What's up with it? Welcome to Beats, Rhymes, and Life Podcast, episode 23. Y'all know what it is. Usual suspects in the building, Stackdo, De Niro, Tangelina sitting to my right. And we got a special guest in the studio. We're going to get to her in a minute. But what's good with you, Tangie? What's happening?
Nothing. Feeling good.
Feeling good.
To be back in the DMV.
Yes, you had a nice stint in Alabama.
Yeah.
You was telling us about that before we went on, man.
Yes. It's a state I could never live in. No.
You ain't had a good experience? What's up with that?
Nah, we had a great experience. It's just different. I'm
Just
used to
different.
a more city life, and it's very country out there. And
Yeah.
they don't have any good food options, and everything closes at 8 o'clock. They don't have much of a nightlife, or maybe I wasn't in the know or something. I don't know. But I
Yeah.
thought Huntsville was more progressive, I guess.
Okay.
But it's not.
Well, welcome
it's
back,
still very
man.
country. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. You back here now. You back on the turf now.
Yeah, like I'm fat now. It's when we come back from break, watch. I'm not playing.
You gonna get on it.
Yeah,
Holla at me. I got some routines for you. I got some shit from my football days I can hook you up with, for real.
I don't even want to be on TV.
Oh, well, that's why we have the audio as well. So we do have the live stream, but we got the audio. So you know what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. Ooh.
We'll make sure we promote the audio a little more this
I ain't
week.
looking
Right?
over there.
Listen, before we get into it, man, like I said, we got a special guest in the building today. Very beautiful, very established special guest, and I'm going to introduce her, give her proper dues in a second. But make sure that y'all follow us on social media. Subscribe to us. We all over the joint. You can catch us on Facebook at Beats, Rhymes, and Life at BRL Podcast DMV. We're also on Twitter at BRL Crew DMV. On Instagram at Beats, Rhymes, Life with a Y. And we're also on your favorite streaming services. Check us out and subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and our YouTube channel be cranking as well with all the good visuals and all that good stuff. You can catch up on all the previous episodes on there. So, make sure y'all hit that up. Now, as I said before, joining us in the studio today, and I'm glad she could make it here this time because, you know what I'm saying, we had some issues the first time, but we worked it out as all professionals do. And we worked it out and just made it happen. So joining us today in studio is superstar video vixen, model, entrepreneur. I could throw a few more joints out there, but we gonna just leave it right there. But in the building, we got the DMV's own Desana Moses in the building, y'all. What's good?
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity for sure. Like you said, we had a little bump in the road, but we
Little
worked
bump.
it out.
It happens, you know what I'm saying? But we worked through it, though. That's what's up. We appreciate you coming back through.
Definitely.
Or making up for that and coming back and just, you know what I'm saying, just chopping it up with us, man. So thanks for
support
being
is
here.
everything. DMV.
Absolutely. We got to
one
support each
another.
other all day long. So that's why this is a good situation. So, well, let's talk to you. Let's get to know you. You know what I'm saying? We got our topics. You know, we was talking before. We got a lot of good shit to talk about. But let's get to you. Let's holler at you. So, just on some rap shit randomly, like, who are your favorite female rappers right now in the game? Who you feeling?
Female rappers. Well, I like Meg Thee Stallion. I grew to like her.
Okay.
You know, Nicki Minaj definitely.
Oh,
she'll always be.
You with the
number
barbs,
one.
huh?
I mean, I like Cardi B too, but
Okay.
Nicki Minaj, her verses, it's a little bit more, you know, it's on a different level. Cardi,
Okay.
I think she attracts more the younger audience.
True. Okay, I can see that.
So
Meg, Cardi, Nicki.
yeah.
Anybody else? Who else you feeling right now? Any of the young guns that maybe just kind of breaking on the scene?
No, that's about it right now.
That's about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's about it. I mean, I listen to different genres of music, but
Right.
more so male rappers. I like
Okay.
male rappers.
Okay.
The Future and that kind of Migos.
Well, let me flip that then.
The ATL.
So what
I like
males are you
ATL
feeling
music.
right now? You like the ATL? Okay, you
Yeah.
mentioned Amigos.
I like pretty much all ATL down south music.
What about locally though?
Locally, Shy Glizzy. I like Shy Glizzy's
Okay.
flow for sure. Wale has a unique style, but I like Shy Glizzy's, flow better.
Okay.
More.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
This is the second time today that Future came up in the conversation.
That's your boy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your boy. Well, it was.
I had a thought about him the other day because I was like, we're due for a future tour, like a future concert. And then my girlfriend and I was talking, and she brought him up, and I was like, dang, I just thought about that. And then you brought his name up.
That's your man, right on cue.
But he definitely number one. He started, all that.
Yeah.
He started it.
All right, so we got the lay of the land. Who you fucking with these days? I mean, so let's talk about like you for real. Like we got your taste of rap and all that. So doing my research is, a good host and reporter does. I'm looking some stuff up, man. I noticed. Okay, so you were born in Belgium, but then later moved here to DC.
Yeah, so my mom, she was working for the European Union in Belgium, so that's why I was born over there.
Okay.
But my mom was born in New York, so
Gotcha.
I'm a U.S. citizen, but just born over there.
Right, we didn't want to blow up no spots. I was just curious as to how you ended up in DC. You know what I'm saying? That was quite a journey there from Belgium.
Yeah, so actually it was a couple of different places I lived before we ended up here. We moved to Boston actually for a year. Mom went to Harvard, and then from there moved to Florida, lived there for a few years, and then moved here.
Okay.
So now it's kind of established that we're here, and I started kind of my own life here, but still travel a lot to be able to have opportunities elsewhere.
For sure.
Most of my work is in the Florida area, the LA area, Atlanta. I get a lot of gigs out there.
Okay.
So got to move around.
Got to
DMV's
keep
good
it moving.
for some things, but got to keep it moving.
Got to get that bag. Got to make moves. No doubt. So, what's your nationality? I was curious about that.
So my mom's nationality Caribbean, and that's Guyanese and Jamaican on my mom's side.
Nice.
Dad's side is Chilean and Dominican.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite a combination there.
I'd have mixtures in me, different bloodstreams, different bloodlines going through me. But I do. People always ask me about my beauty. I have a unique face. I get Ethiopia. I get Hispanic.
I was seeing Ethiopia. That's why I asked.
All types of different places. But I enjoy sharing where I'm from and my background because it's unique, and I love that about myself.
Nice. Proud of that. Okay. What else did I have? So I guess doing my research, I also saw, and I mean, I've seen you around for a while. At first, I didn't know you were from DC, actually, until just doing more research and was like, like on your Twitter or something. I think you got something on there that said DMV in the profile. I'm like, oh snap, she from here. So, but I first kind of saw you like in the magazines, like modeling like the straight stunting joints with K Slay and all that. Like, is that how you got started? Like, doing the urban magazines and stuff?
Another crazy story. First time in LA, it was BET weekend years back, and I met a young lady by the name of Jennifer, and she was a celebrity makeup artist.
Okay.
She loved my look, raved about this guy named Eye Candy Anthony in Atlanta. Major guy, great photographer. After that LA trip, connected with her, shot in Atlanta, got published immediately with K Slay.
Wow.
So that's kind of how the whole eye candy, the whole urban model started.
Because that eye candy joint, that used to be on what, World? Was it on World Star?
It was on World Star.
Yeah.
I did a lot of stuff on World Star. I did some videos. I did a lot of eye candy magazine, Straight Stunting, Black Men,
Don
Show
Diva.
magazine, Don Diva.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I remember the Don Diva
those photographers. Yeah,
Sounds so creepy.
Shut up.
I know.
Oh my God.
A lot of
I remember
people
that
raved
one.
about
Yeah.
those. I got so many letters and seriously, so many letters from people incarcerated just seeing my stuff, writing me email requests and this. And my
Shout
Twitter
out to the
following,
niggas on lockdown, for real.
My Twitter following got big first, and
Okay.
then I gravitated to Instagram, but I came in the game with Instagram late because I wasn't big on that. It was a lot to keep up with. But then when I started it, a lot of my fans just kind of moved over to that since everybody was in that mix.
Right, for sure.
But yeah, I don't do videos anymore, and I don't do eye candy anymore. So now I'm into the influencing, and now I have my own online boutique.
Okay.
Which
we're going to definitely talk about that. Do you still have a relationship with K Slay at all? Or?
Yeah, we follow each other. If I'm in New York, I'll definitely hit him up.
Yeah,
He's good
that's what's
people.
up.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of my past photographers, I keep in contact with them. The makeup artist Jennifer, we're still in contact. It's all about relationships.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Connections, that's how you move. It's a movement. And you gotta keep growing. It's
Got to
always
keep it moving, no
it's
doubt.
always time to build, it's always time to network. and expand with others.
Right. Nah, I definitely dig that. I'm trying to think of where I'm going next. It ain't nah. Oh,
I know,
you know
I want
what?
you to talk about your boutique.
On my online boutique. So yeah, I
Yes.
started that about 2 years ago. I do a lot of traveling. So when I go places, I'm actually going to China coming up, and I'll be doing a lot of shopping out there just to get new fashions for my line. And then I model them. I have other influencers that model them as well, and kind of brand that way. And then hey, make a sale. You know what I mean? But it's for ladies only. We haven't expanded to males yet, but it's for all seasons. We have things from shoes to cute tops, dresses, every occasion.
Okay.
So yeah, you got to check it out. Fashion Chic 365.
Yeah, we're gonna keep plugging that throughout the show. So that's good. Yeah, and that's the entrepreneurial side.
Checking out that.
All sizes. You know, we ship internationally. We ship locally, nationwide.
So ladies, listen up. Y'all get y'all share. You know what I'm saying?
And if models too. If you guys want to contact me, if you
Oh,
guys
shit,
think I can
okay.
send you some free clothing, if you guys are influencers, let me know.
Okay, see, she willing to work, ladies. Holla at your girl, you know. So this is just out of my curiosity. I'm a very inquisitive person. I like to ask questions. So, and when I see these video shoots and like the photo shoots, you know what I'm saying? I just can't help but think like, what the photographers like? What happens with that shit? Like, tell the truth. Like, do people get turned on? Like, these shit seem very like sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, y'all in there in your bathing suits, you lingerie. The photographers in there getting all these angles. I mean,
Yeah, some of them do try to, shoot their shot, and you can, choose which way you want to go. You
right?
know? But,
of course.
it is definitely, you got to be sexy, but you got to be confident. You got to stay
Right.
in your ground and know what's best for you. But I think that while the photographers are shooting, of course, people might get a little turned on
Right.
by seeing, the body, and then they're editing the pictures so they seeing all your curves.
I done heard some chicks say they get turned on, like just being in that type
I
of
can
sexy
imagine.
Yeah, if I see
environment.
other girls that are looking sexy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, girls look bomb, and
yeah, young.
might
Okay,
wanna
okay.
you
You
get a
gotta get
little
the scoop,
sneak
young.
peek. Little sneak peek of girls in there in the dressing room getting dressed. You get to see their curves.
Oh, you lucky
Yeah.
as shit. Young. You get to see all that shit, huh?
Yeah, it's not for everybody, though. It's not for everybody.
I bet. So who's ever like tried to shoot their shot at you? Any famous like rappers, photographer? I mean, I'm sure they do their thing, but like,
I mean, a fair amount. I'm just
have you ever dated any like official guys in the industry, artists that maybe you don't have to name names, but you know?
Yeah, I've had a few relationships.
Okay, can you name one?
I prefer not to. Only
you
because
disclose-
now I'm in a relationship.
Okay, never mind.
So,
All right,
yeah, I
cool,
just
cool.
prefer-
We're not gonna dig that up. All right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, but
we ain't
I
trying to get nobody in trouble, yeah.
I
That's
know
it.
a lot of people put it that way, and not just on a relationship, but just friendship, just building by traveling, word of mouth, everything. Everything is a vibe. So
Right.
it's like that. But maybe off the mic. we can
Okay.
talk, but yeah.
Oh man, let's hurry up and get this show done so we can get the scoop. Nah, that's good shit though. Now, another question I wanted to ask is just in the culture overall, like it seemed like it was a shift from where you had like Esther Baxter, you had a lot of video models that were popping and then taking that to the next level, doing other things, ended up in reality shows and stuff like that. Then it just shifted from the videos and print magazines to social media,
Yeah.
IG, and you mentioned that earlier.
Influencing.
Yeah,
brand
how do you
ambassadors.
think that's changed the modeling game? That shift from more video and print to social media.
A lot. I mean, now everything is pretty much virtual. So you have to, like I say to people, Instagram is like a resume nowadays. People go there wanting to know your followers. They don't care if it's real, fake, or in between. They just want to know what kind of audience you have on the terms, hey, what, if I market this, your audience is going to see this, and maybe they'll be enticed to buy it or, see it or click or whatever it might be. So it's changed a lot. I mean, it's no more, I don't even hear about castings unless you're doing like a real music video or maybe a TV show, but influencing, no, you're applying online and people ask you just for your social medias. So the main thing now, I think, in this era is getting your following up to be able to have the look for brands to want to hire you. You know what I mean? Because there's big money in it. I do it all the time, and I love doing it. I've had so many.
Yeah, I saw you doing something like on one of those scooter things.
Yeah, I did.
Talk about that. What's going on with that? That was pretty cool. Like it was one of those. I forgot what you call them. All the kids have
Chad,
little skateboard type things.
With Focus Entertainment. Yeah, Barry shot that. That was a cool shoot. But let me not sidetrack into that. But that shoot.
We'll get to school later. That's okay.
Yeah, that was crazy. But no, that company actually, it was a cool little virtual scooter. And we did a shoot in the park.
What park was that?
It was out in Baltimore somewhere.
Oh, really?
It was far, yeah.
Okay.
He was a Baltimore artist.
Okay, I got you.
Chad Focus. You guys never heard of him?
Never heard of him,
No. Interesting. Okay, so
okay.
you guys got to Google him while I'm here. But he it never made it really. I did make a commercial, but it never made it into stores.
Right.
The product didn't make it in stores.
Now,
but it
what
was
happened
cool.
with that? Why didn't it make it in stores, you think?
You guys got to Google him. That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
You got to Google.
All right.
But yeah, the photographer, he was amazing. He has great work, and I'm mad it didn't. It was a great product, but complications happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it was
coming out
cool.
with a new product.
But different gigs, I get things from makeup to beauty products to bedding to pillows to cooking stuff. Just everything, just because you're an influencer.
Right.
And you try to market it the best you can on the hopes that, that brand will get what they're looking for. But networking is everything, like I go back to saying.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you got a lot going on. So you got the Fashion Chic 365. When did you actually come out with that?
That was about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay.
About 2.5 years ago. And it really started with just seeing everybody how easy it was to just either wholesale or create your own and create an online boutique and then use your platform to have your fashions or whatever you're promoting out there.
Okay.
And for me, it works out well. People love my curves. People love my look. So I get a lot of females that want to, know how to dress or know where I get my clothing from. And I said, let me get my own stuff going so I can use my own platform to have young ladies that look up to me want to invest and buy into cute fashions for themselves and be happy, not just because of me, but to be happy with themselves.
Right, for sure. It's very positive. So you're doing some, inspirational things with the community and the young girls in the community. That's what's up. Now, your brand is national too, right?
Yes, definitely.
Got you. Well, we're going to keep plugging that. To let them know, where to get your stuff and your online resources. Give them all your socials and all that with that.
Okay, my social for my fashion line is Fashion Chic 365, CHIC, if you want to know how the cheek is. But and you can go on the Instagram. We have a website too. It's the same, www.fashionchick365.com, and check it out. And if you want to send me a DM, I'll give you guys an extra 25% off for your first purchase.
There you go. Wheeling and dealing, baby. That's how we do it. Y'all hit her up. Fashion Chic 365. Desana Moses. It's her own fashion line, y'all. So I know the ladies that's tuning in, they're going to definitely check you out. They're going to hit you up. And, she got the discount popping for all Beats, Rhymes, Life podcast listeners. Go over there and get your joint, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's popping in here today. So one more thing, man, I wanted to ask you. So you mentioned you're in a relationship, but being this video vixen, this model, this...
Yeah, that's a good question.
This just
going.
persona that you are, being Desana, does that present a problem in your relationship sometimes?
Sometimes, but not really. I mean, when I met him, he actually, wanted to push me more and get me more out there. He invested a lot of time, money, and quality time and money into me, and it paid off. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy. He's a great support system of mine, and he supports my traveling. I trust him. He trusts me. So we pretty much have a great understanding.
Excellent.
Things work out. Yeah, surprisingly. And it sounds crazy because a lot of people are like, you get so much attention and this and that.
Right. Depending on the kind of guy you got, he could not like that. He could get real jealous and stuff like that.
And luckily, he's just not that type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
He's
older than me, but we have a clear understanding about how we are, and I mean, he deals with it.
He a soldier, man. That's good. He a G with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta respect it, man. I think you probably would need an older guy.
Yeah.
Because a young dude ain't gonna be able to handle all that, all the
No,
attention
not at all.
and all
I
the.
just can't. Not at all.
Yeah, they gonna be out their mind trying to keep
I need
tabs
time
on
and
you.
money.
Yeah.
A younger guy, he ain't.
See, an older guy gonna
it's
give you
one
the
or
space.
other.
Yeah, he gonna give you the space you need to get your bag, and
Yeah.
when you come home, I got you, baby. We gonna do our thing. You know what I'm saying? But while you out there, get your bag. You know, do your thing. I can see that. I can see
And
that.
that's why we've been together so long. If I had somebody different, I probably wouldn't.
It wouldn't have worked. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hang on to people for a long time.
Oh, you just like, it ain't working.
I just
Peace out, homie.
I can't, you know what I mean? Like, if I get bored fast, like, I'd rather be by myself, to be honest with you. Like,
Got
I'm
you.
good. I have fun on my own. I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good, love. Enjoy it.
Well, you sound like you got the winner chicken dinner now, so y'all doing y'all thing. That's good, man. Well, we got the son of Moses in the building, y'all. Beast Rounds Life podcast, episode 23. We just keeping it rolling, man. Moving the groove and how we do it. I guess it's time. We probably need to tackle these topics here, man. Looking at what time it is, because we might have a lot to get into. I'm interested to hear your take on some of these issues, Tangi. Tangi always, has an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
And it's never with the norm. Never with the norm. Always against the grain. But that's what we like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta have
out the box.
Yeah, yin and the yang. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. So first up, big topic of the week. This is undeniable. There's no avoiding this one right here. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody feels some type of way about it. Jay-Z and Roc Nation partnering up with the NFL for music and social justice reform. So just a little background, just in case y'all missed it or whatever. Jay-Z is, in fact, going into business with the NFL. Roc Nation and the NFL have signed a deal together, and Roc Nation is going to be helping with the league's social justice efforts and try to boost its connects in the music industry at the same time. Now, Roc Nation will serve as the NFL's live music entertainment strategist, which includes helping them out with productions like the Super Bowl halftime show and stuff like that. Jay is also going to contribute to the league's Inspire Change initiative, which is a campaign that was created after multiple players followed Colin Kaepernick's lead and began kneeling in protest of racial injustice and police brutality. So this past week, Jay-Z said, all right, well, let's take this one step further and try to implement some action into these plans. And he joined forces with the NFL. Whole lot of backlash has come out, some in support, some against Jay-Z. I ain't gonna lie, I've actually been surprised at the backlash against Jay-Z personally. But yeah, that's what it is. Folks are on both sides about this. It's a really divisive topic in our community. And that's pretty much it, man. There it is. I mean, for me personally, let me just get my spill out the way, because I feel like Jay-Z has been the perfect example of people getting, putting their money where their mouth is and trying to support the movement, support the community, and, do it from a bird's eye level, not from the grassroots level. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the grassroots level is important too, but you need a seat at the table. And I think Jay-Z is taking advantage of his leverage and his position. And I think he's doing a good thing. I think the outcome could be good. And I think that people just probably need to fall back and just kind of see what happens before they so quick to attack and start complaining, about what the brother's doing. But other people disagree. Tangi looks like she disagrees. What you got?
I don't think that he should be attacked, but I do feel like people are entitled to their opinion in this case, because he did it in a public way. Like, he could have did it under the table like a lot of people do. But it's like sleeping with the enemy. It's like, why do we always have to have a seat at their table? Why can't we create our own? We have a lot of leverage. Like, we have a lot of money. We have a lot of access to wealth. I don't know why we don't notice it now, or why just Jay-Z is just like the face, like he's the ultimate billionaire. But there are a lot of colored billionaires. Like, we have the access to wealth. If anything, we should partner with someone in Africa. Like, it's a country over there. Because it's a lot of money over there. And we're not tapping into that. And yet we keep investing into these institutions that we know are racist. Like, he might as well be a Trump supporter.
Whoa.
No.
That's going too far.
Why?
First off,
Because
the NFL, yeah, dude is like, whoa, goddamn. Yeah, let's reel this back in a little bit. So first off, like, the NFL did come to Jay-Z with this. This isn't Jay-Z going to them. They came to him.
Of course.
And
He didn't
to
agree
me, in
to
my
do the
mind, that means the
halftime.
NFL is trying to resolve the problem. They're
No,
trying to
he-
make changes
he
to
waved
move
the
forward
white
in a problem
flag.
in a positive way.
But this is not how you do it. You don't join with a person who basically has been dismissive.
So because they've been dismissive in the past, that's just it. We should just be done with them, and that's it.
Not the NFL being dismissive. I'm talking about Jay-Z being dismissive. Like, he has some strong feelings towards the NFL. Like, we cannot forget that. He led, like, part of the protest.
Right. So
for us to
Jay-Z
get,
shouldn't
like,
he shouldn't have a change of heart. It should be like, just fuck y'all.
Nah, he could move on. He don't have to be attached to them. He could stand firm to what he believed in and not switch sides. That's basically what he did. Like, I know it's a good thing to some people, and I could see how it could be a good thing. But here we are again, another powerful person who has access to wealth and power in this country, joining with people who are more powerful than him instead of using the power that he has already.
Yeah, but I think the problem is who's working with Jay-Z though. You're bringing up these other avenues, but these people aren't stepping up to the plate. I mean,
But did he try? Did he try to ask?
we don't know.
Right.
We know that the NFL came to him and was like, look, this is a problem for us. We're trying to change our image. Can you help us?
Why didn't they go to someone else?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't they go to Jay-Z?
Yeah,
Jay-Z is the poster
yeah.
boy for getting shit done. He's been
Right,
getting
but
shit done for the
still, like,
last
they
year.
could've
He
went-
got Meek out of jail. He got 21 Savage out of jail.
And that's again a person who
He's
has
still working with
strong
criminal reform.
No, this look. If the
Why
guy-
not Jay-Z? That's what I want to know. Why not Jay-Z?
It could have been somebody else.
Why not Jay-Z though?
Because he already had a strong opinion about the NFL and their stance.
And they knew
on
that.
everything.
But they still
it wasn't
came
just
to
the
him,
fact
though.
that.
They still came to him though.
For what? It's like, oh, we're going to give you this.
I just said they want to
Please-
change their image.
Please
Like, first
forgive us.
off,
But why do they want to change their image? Because they miss our money. They miss our influence. Majority of the star players are black.
So why?
Without
So
them,
so why don't we
without
try
us,
to change the game?
Without
then?
us, it's create our own league. Where would the initiative be on that? Why not?
It's not going to work.
Why?
They're not going to
But
let it
it
happen.
should.
I don't think
So if they're not going to let that happen, you're already fighting a losing battle. Don't waste your time. Try to infiltrate what they got going on. Look at the NBA and look at what the NBA turned into. When we was growing up in the 80s, the NBA was a straight white boy league. There were a few good African-American players, and along the years, they joined forces. They got their money up on a corporate level, and they managed to infiltrate the boardrooms in the NBA, and now the NBA is basically, we got that joint. It's heavily influenced by the brothers. That's we got that.
Is there
In
a
the
black
NFL,
commissioner?
you still got the good old boy system. They still trying to work through that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have as many we don't have any black owners. We don't have
None.
very few black coaches, even at the head coaching level.
But yet we're going to join forces with them as
That's what we have. This is what we have. We tried the USFL. That shouldn't do. I mean, you got to look. I mean, the NFL is a powerful entity. So you're not going to just come up with another league that's going to compete with them and
they're
think that
such
you're
a
going to
powerful
win
entity
just because you
but
have the
they're
money.
begging for our help. They basically begged this man. They had to give him some incentive. You think he's just getting what we're talking about?
What he's getting is he's going to help them with the live show and the live entertainment aspect.
How much is he getting paid for this?
Doesn't matter. He doesn't.
Yes, it
it's not
does.
about the money. He don't need no money.
Look, it's always about the money.
He don't
man.
need the money.
You tripping. You might not
My
be
problem
around
with
enough
all
wealthy
this is,
people, but it's always
everybody
about
wants
the
to
money.
attack Jay Jay has been doing more than anybody as far as social. Colin Kaepernick, his job is done. He brought awareness to the topic, to the situation. Everybody knows what it's about now. What's next? Colin Kaepernick hasn't stepped up and said what's next. He settled with the NFL. He took his money, and that's the last you heard of him. Okay, so now insert Jay-Z. Jay-Z is now, okay, Colin, you did your part. We respect that. Mind you, I don't need to consult.
They chose him because he had a platform.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, and he's the only black artist that will deal with them. He will deal with those corporate banners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he knows how to deal with them.
And
they understand, they respect that. That's leverage right there.
I mean, Diddy could have been but he
tried. Diddy tried. He became part owner. He tried to get in with the Panthers.
And
it didn't work.
Never heard what happened with that.
See, man.
Because you need.
They didn't want.
Because the good old boy system. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all need people at the seat at the table. Man, yes, it will.
We're gonna be like Eleanor Holmes.
Why don't you wait and see what happens? You saying it's not going to change? You don't know.
If history repeats itself, because
this has
what
never
you
been
mentioned
done
in your
before.
argument. No.
This has never been done before. You're going off of some negative feelings that happen with. I don't even know what you're going off of. Jay-Z gets shit done.
I don't think that this is a seat at the table. Bringing Jay-Z on.
They went to Rock Nation headquarters. They didn't meet at no NFL. They went to him.
It doesn't matter. That's
power right there. You got to use that.
Joe, this is not a seat at the table.
What is it? It's a handout. It's a sellout.
Of course, it's a handout. Of course, we need you. Please come back to us.
And he said, "Yeah, if you need me for this, then you're going to help me with that." And that is social justice reform and social injustice
and
education.
It's something else on the back end.
Let's hope
He's going to get something
now,
like becoming an owner or something along those lines. He's going to cut in somehow. He's not here just to be what they're hiring him or working with him.
I actually saw a story yesterday that said he's actually going to become part owner of the team already.
Oh wow!
See, that's what
last
I'm saying.
night. So that's another foot in the door that could help. So I think that people just need to if you ain't got no better ideas, Joe, or if you're not getting out there and supporting them, just don't say nothing because we don't know how this is going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? This brother is putting his neck on the line. He knew everybody was going to fry his ass for this move, and he did it anyway because he wants to see that change. He's willing to put his shit on the line that much. You got to respect that. Whoever you working with, the NFL, yeah, they got a fucked up past. We know that. But my thing is, if they're willing to meet somebody halfway and say, look, we know we fucked up and we know we got a problem, help us. What's wrong with that?
This is not halfway.
You gonna give them your ass to kiss just because?
It's 2019 shucking and jiving. They made this man the head of the entertainment. Like, come on now.
Not true. That's not a fact. They did not make him know. He's a consultant. He's a freelance consultant. He comes in there and tell. Why is that worse? No, head of entertainment would mean he works for the NFL. He don't work for the NFL.
Okay, but even as a consultant, it's still shucking and jiving.
With them.
Like, why isn't he the head of something else?
Also, now why isn't he the head? He's about to be a part owner of a team.
Why didn't they look? Jay-Z,
he's about to be part owner of a team, though.
I look at Jay-Z as a person that's bigger than just music. Like, he has surpassed being an artist. He has surpassed being anything that he is just about music. Like, he's more than that.
That's why they hit him up.
The fact that they are consulting with him just for the entertainment purposes because they realized that the last halftime show that they had, which they asked him first to do the halftime show, and then they gave us that cheesy halftime show, and the ratings were the worst that they had ever been in years. They said, we have to do something to fix this. We have to grovel at this man's feet so he can shuck and jive and get our audience.
I disagree with that shuck and jive statement because shuck and jive would mean that they're getting him to do what they want for nothing. That's not how the deal works.
Joe,
they came to him needing help, and he says, "Okay, if you want my help, this is what I want you to do for me." That's a barter system. That's business.
It's a crumb in the grand scheme of things. That's what you're missing.
I'm not missing that. The NFL has an initiative that they want to follow through on. They need help with it. Who better to hire than Jay-Z? I mean,
Man,
I don't understand what's so difficult about it. I mean, it could be a positive thing.
They could have tried to do it on their own. Like if they really wanted to,
they wouldn't have no credibility to do it on their own. They need Jay-Z for the credibility.
Exactly. So they're using him.
And he's using them in return.
Man, he's getting a
That's
crumb.
business. You
That's
get
not business.
you do
He's
this for
getting
me,
a
and I'm gonna do this for you. That's business.
No,
that's
a relationship.
A business relationship, exactly.
Okay, it doesn't matter what
a
kind
business
it is.
relationship.
That's
how it works.
And
You give me this, I give you that.
Okay.
I mean, the NFL ain't coming at him like you give us this and we gonna pimp you. He went in there. He said, "Nah,
That's
listen. If I'm gonna help you with this, this is how we're gonna do it, and you're gonna help us with this social reform initiative change."
Well, it made
and the NFL accepted his terms. They ain't put no terms on Jay and them.
It doesn't matter.
Jay gave them terms. That does matter.
No,
it's business.
it
Why
matter.
it don't matter? Because you don't agree with it?
Everything in business is not like this thing that we should praise because somebody made a business decision.
It's nothing to praise or do. It is what it is. It's just the facts. That's just what happened. It ain't nobody feeling. You ain't supposed to feel no type of way about it. It's just what happened.
I don't know. He could do whatever he want with his money, but that's just how I feel
What
about
money
it.
got the? He don't need no money. They ain't give. I mean, he's not paying them.
No, they are paying him, but they gave him something. But to me, they gave him a crumb.
But why are we more concerned with this
Because
and
that's
that
important.
more so
Because
than
that's
the
important.
issue?
Because that's important.
Why are we concerned? Malcolm
Because
and Martin didn't have the same.
Have you guys listened to? Have you guys listened to Sean King? You guys familiar with Sean King?
I've seen it. Listen. My thing is before we see the outcome of how this turns out. I just don't want to hear all the negativity.
No, that's fair.
He's a smart guy, and I respect.
You're giving. I'm just going to read this for informational purposes because I think it's going to be helpful to the show. Okay, and I think you're a great human for giving Jay-Z the benefit of the doubt, thinking that he's going to be a Trojan horse and then get in there and then do some good. I think I applaud you for your optimism. But in the words of Sean King, who I think is very intelligent and very on point with race relations. He says, Jay-Z is what I would call a woke capitalist. King continued, woke describes his capitalism. But let's be clear, he's a capitalist. And if a good deal comes along, even if it means working with the NFL at the expense of Colin Kaepernick, he'll make the deal. I don't think Jay-Z violated a single one of his core principles by making a deal with the NFL while they actively ban Colin Kaepernick from ever playing another game for the rest of his life. Wow. Jay-Z did not speak to or consult with Colin Kaepernick before he made the deal with the NFL. He openly said that to the New York Times. And I think the last point that I would say from Sean King, because I think he's a good expert on the subject, is he made a statement on Twitter that says, if you are baffled by the move that Jay-Z just made with the NFL, then you don't actually listen to his music. He's a proud capitalist. It's the primary theme of his
heard
career.
That. I don't mean to cut you off, but I've heard that, and I respect that. I respect that opinion.
The last sentence is, he says, last year...
No, it's great. It's great for him to feel like that. I read that.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, let's not put the cart before the horse. All right, Jay-Z, anytime you're doing business, you're a capitalist. You're a capitalist. You're in business,
Right, but I don't abandon my ethics for my business.
What are his ethics? His ethics are...
He wore a Kaepernick jersey, but then dissed people performing at the Super Bowl last year.
Of what the main focus is. Like, we're getting caught up in Kaepernick and this. And to your point, the NFL isn't banning Kaepernick. Team owners of these teams aren't signing him. The NFL there's no ban on him. And on top of that, being no ban... He settled with the league. You can't file a lawsuit with your employer and then expect them to hire you right back after they pay you off. I mean, these are just facts of business. I mean, I'm asking, when's the last time you filed a lawsuit, or anybody's filed a lawsuit on their employer and got hired back to work at the same employer?
It happens though. People do.
My God.
People do get.
That's
It
bullshit,
does
man.
happen. People
That
get their
shit
job
never
back.
happens.
No, yes it does. People do get their jobs back. Look,
At the same employer after you sue them and you win?
Yeah.
No. Negative.
That's
Doesn't happen.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
That's part of the
And the other
conditions.
thing is the
That's part of the
NFL is,
conditions.
like I said, is not banning him. Team owners, individual teams and their owners aren't signing him. That's a big difference. So before we jump on Sean King's dick or whatever and all that old stuff, who I respect, you know what I'm saying? But let's look at the bigger picture. It's time to move this thing forward. It's time to say, okay, Colin did his part. How we going to do our part next? Is it working with the NFL? We don't know yet. We don't know. But if this shit turns out, and Jay-Z's already become a part owner of a team, which we don't even know what team it is yet, if it does work out, then what's people going to say? I mean, y'all ready to bash it if it don't work out. I get that. I get that. Y'all already, it's already in a lot of you minds, it's not going to work.
How's it
But what
gonna
if it
work
does?
out when okay, no, because I don't even want to get on. We could talk about that off air, but I don't. Look, everything is smoke and mirrors. the things that they thought were going to oppress us, we're now aware of, like the education, the prison, the school to prison,
school to prison pipeline.
Yes,
Yeah.
like all of that stuff, Hillary Clinton's involvement and all that, the Democrats' involvement and all that. Like, we're hip to certain things. Like, we have access to the information. So, you think that they're not going to try to do something else?
I get it.
And I think
get it.
the NFL is part of that. Like, all of this
I
social
get it.
reform, okay, yeah, we'll let some of y'all come home, but...
I get it, but I'm just
going
going to say
find
this.
another way.
I think that if anybody deserves a little bit of patience with this situation, because everybody mad at Jay for this shit right now, and I got it, but if anybody deserves a little bit of patience to see how this works out, I think it's Jay-Z. We're all ready to jump on his neck and kill the guy for making this move. Let's just see what happens.
It's disheartening. Like,
Yeah, and it's just as disheartening when people don't really support somebody trying to do something good.
It hurts when we find out that you're sleeping with the enemy. That's how it looks like to us. This looks like
Sleeping with the enemy would have been doing a deal behind the scenes. He did it out in the open.
Man,
he let
did
people
it out
know
of the
this is what I plan to do.
Why? He
And
had to do that in order to get them on their side. They
you
got to
work together with people, man. That's the bottom
you can
line.
Work together. We can work together.
You got to work with what
But-
you have. We ain't got no other leagues. Black folks ain't getting together to start any other leagues. So we got to work with what we got. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
And if we can enlighten these jokers in the meantime, then good. So, because the NFL damn sure don't want this problem going forward. I could tell you that. So if
Of course they don't.
Yeah.
Because our money means something.
everything, money affects everything. I mean,
But
that's the way
our
it goes.
money affects a lot.
And we're gonna make sure that it's being accounted for.
Okay, we'll see. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned. We're gonna get out of here. Yeah, man, that's what I wanted right there. That's the topic. And that's what's gonna do. It's gonna, drive emotions through the roof. So
Yeah.
let's thank the sauna for coming through.
Yeah,
She's just like a
thank you
fly
guys
on the
for
wall,
having
like,
me.
damn.
No,
But no, thanks for coming
for
through.
having me.
Hope you had a good time.
I
hope
did.
so.
You gotta come back
Yeah,
through.
I definitely will. We gotta follow up.
Yeah, for sure. Like when you get your new clothes for the fall line coming
when I
out.
get back from China,
Okay, when you going to China?
the 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
nice.
we'll work it out. And the next
Definitely.
time you can kind of bring some of the stuff and display it,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
for the fall.
and
we
bring
got-
you something.
Yes.
There you go.
And then I'll be slimmer. Oh my
Oh
God.
God.
I know. She crazy, man. But nah, thanks again for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tangi, we out. We did the damn thing. That's it. Hit us up next week. We'll be back 12 noon right here. Listen Vision Studios. It's Beats Rhymes of Life, baby. 2 words. We gone.